Day 2 on King Island. What area is this? What do we call this?
Ettrick River.
This is the Ettrick River, and we are with very fortunate group of marine biologists and who will guide us to collect some specimens here. And conditions are ideal. There is not a lot of wind here compared to the day before yesterday. All right, let's go.
This genus is a green alga called caulerpa, and caulerpa is a strong genus in Tasmania with about 15 or 20 species, and it's very important as it's growing in the sea as a habitat for little invertebrates and like nudibranchs and little shrimps and things like that.
What's a nudibranch?
A nudibranch, it's purely
It's a snail without a shell, and a nudibranch means that its gills are on the outside.
Oh, like a slug with gills.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Cool.
yes. I'm not quite sure whether we'll see any, but anyway, so we will collect a sample specimen of this. That's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Okay, so this is another green alga called Chaetomorpha, and it's formed from these beautiful little beads. It's absolutely gorgeous. Grows in relatively shallow water, but I'm going to give you a piece to taste, and you can tell me what it tastes like. Here you go.
Oh, I will eat this. Look at this. This is got lots of little beads on it.
Taste test.
Have a little taste.
All right.
And tell me what.
Eggs.
Eggs. What do you taste?
Like those tiny eggs that you see on the sushi
They just popped.
rolls,
It popped and disappeared.
like salmon rolls.
I don't know.
Like salmon rolls.
Oh, I can't taste it as much. Cucumber. It tastes like cucumber.
Oh, really?
Cucumber. It's sea cucumber.
So it is edible.
Oh yeah.
It's a brown alga or brown kelp called Cystophora. And it's funny to see how the branches come off alternately.
Oh yes. Yeah.
This is and also they come off in a sort of zigzaggy pattern.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
And that's very distinctive for the genus. So
Oh.
even and also this main blade, all the side blades are coming off sort of the flat surface.
Yeah.
They're not coming off all around. They're all coming off in one plane.
Yeah.
So it's features like that I have to record to help identify what species it is. And this doesn't have many, but it does have one gas vesicle. So it has little gas vesicles, and that's in order to keep the plant suspended up into the water column.
So it only has gas in it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything special gas. So the vesicles, they're quite small.
Yeah.
On some species they're quite large, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's a nice...
Would gas vesicle be like a common feature of this?
Of this genus, yes.
Yeah,
of this
okay.
genus and
Cool.
some other genera,
Yeah.
but it's there's no rule
Yeah.
about which groups have them and which don't.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, so this is the bull kelp. It's called Durvillia antarctica, and Durvillia comes from Dumont d'Urville, who was one of our early explorers. And it's one of the most important big leathery brown seaweeds on the west coast of King Island and in fact Tasmania. Important because it's a lot of, what do you call it? It stores a lot of carbon, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say, because it's so prolific.
Yeah.
But it's the source of one of the most important commercial industries on the island. So they harvest not living seaweeds, they will harvest seaweeds that have been washed up on the shore and will chip that for some of the chemical components. So we'll see that as we drive down, we'll see some more actually on the reef, but this just cast off bit. This is great. This is a great spot. We'll just throw away some of the parts.
Oh, we should.
So this one has actually got us hold fast. So you can see, literally that word comes because they have to hold fast onto the rocks. So it's got these hapteras, which they clasp on. It's got a main blade and then all these photosynthetic side blades that come off it.
Yeah.
And you can see, so I'll just move, it's quite long.
Yeah.
So when it's growing under the water, it's actually quite tall, and it can actually form, when there's many of them around, it sort of forms a three-dimensional habitat in which the nudibranchs and the fish and all the invertebrates live. So that's an important one in our southern Australian ecosystem.
Cool.
So this one, it grows in New South Wales, Victoria, South Australia, sort of across the temperate coastlines.
Yeah.
What's that one called again, sorry?
It's called Ecklonia, Ecklonia, Ecklonia radiata.
And are they also good shark habitat nursery?
Oh, that's a good question.
You know
I don't know.
The shark eggs
Yes.
and they like it in the big kelp.
That's right, they do. So I'm unsure what the sharks like specifically, but now you say that, I have seen shark eggs attached by those little tendrils,
they're cool,
attached onto bits of seaweed. I don't know whether it's this one, but
I'm
yes.
not sure.
Yeah.
But I would assume it's bigger ones because they, you know, when they hatch, they scale up pretty fast.
Yeah.
Sharks.
Thank you. Alright, we'll get him to move again.
Yes. So what is this?
So this is a little isopod, marine isopod, travelling around on a dead shell. Isopod is just like a garden slater, the same group of animals, crustaceans we call them, but this one is from the marine world. These they have multiple plates down their back, like a prawn. They're crustaceans, so they're like a prawn, but they have these distinctive tails. An isopod's tail is the distinctive characteristic that you'd look for. And these ones are often known to scavenge. They'll eat, say, if things wash up on the beach like a whale or something, they will scavenge stuff off the bones.
Yeah. And where do they live? Like, what's the...
Well, there's a huge variety of them. They might live in... some of them live in the sand, some of them will live on the rocky shore.
Yeah.
Are they normal for around here?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would you call them like...
I don't know what species this is.
Oh, so they would be part of a decomposer, part of a food chain?
Could be, yeah. Some of them are. As I say, there's a big variety of them.
Yeah.
But this one could be, part of that decomposing cleanup.
Nice.
The cleanup brigade.
The cleanup crew. Trying to find algae and seaweed. Water is crystal clear and it's blue. The other place there is runoff from land and contains tannin, and so the water appeared to be a bit, oh look, there's a bird, a bit brown in the previous place.
Just like the silver.
Yes, it's very pretty. Very clear. Alright, yes.
So this bubbly thing, the Neptune's necklace, is the Homosara, but it has an epiphyte called Novia, and it only grows in this plant. Only.
Oh.
So we have never found it growing independently. It's always epiphytic. So there must be a very close relationship. But I'm sure you will see this back at your rocky shores of home near Torquay.